All right, guys, 2.3. The title is Special Products of Polynomials. Now, the goal of 2.3 is to help you see some shortcuts that might make multiplying polynomials faster. Now, what I want to emphasize with these shortcuts is they are not necessary. If you don't ever figure out the shortcuts, you are still going to get the answers to every question on the test. The nice thing about the shortcut is if you can start to see a pattern, you can use that pattern to do your work faster. But the pattern is not required, all right? So I'm going to show you some patterns. We're going to start with squaring a binomial. So in your notebook, go ahead and write down square a binomial. And I'm going to do a couple of these for you. And you're going to start to see a pattern in the math. So x plus 3 squared, this first one. X plus 3 squared. Now, we talked about the 7th grade mistake. Now, this one has a sophomore mistake. What some of you are going to want to do is take that square and say, oh, that's x squared plus 9, which is very much incorrect, okay? We call that the sophomore mistake. You cannot, what we did in chapter 1 was this. Everything on the inside was multiplied, so you were able to kind of take that and turn it into 9x squared, right? Notice that everything on the inside is no longer multiplied because of that plus symbol. So I can't just apply that square to everything. Some of you are going to want to try, and you're going to get it wrong. So here's what x plus 3 squared means. It means x plus 3 multiplied by another x plus 3. So this is a FOIL problem. I got to multiply my two x plus 3's together, all right? So when I do that, again, I'm going to do this the long way, and we're going to start to notice some patterns, okay? X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. This 3 times x is another 3x, and this 3 times 3 is 9. So notice 3x showed up twice. So this becomes x squared plus 6x plus 9. All right? Well, let's look at x minus 3 squared. That means x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 3 times x is another negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9. So that negative 3x shows up twice, and those add together to become negative 6x. All right, let's look at 3x plus 4 squared. That means 3x plus 4 multiplied by 3x plus 4. So 3x times 3x becomes 9x squared. 3x times 4 is 12x. Another 3x times 4, because 4 times 3x is the same thing, is 12x, and then 4 times 4 is 16. So that 12x showed up twice again. So I get 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. If you're starting to see the pattern and can use the pattern, you can make this problem go a little bit faster, all right? Negative 5x minus 2 squared means negative 5x minus 2 multiplied by negative 5x minus 2. So negative 5x times negative 5x, that becomes 25x squared. Negative 5x times negative 2 is positive 10x. Negative 2 times negative 5x is positive 10x. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So 10x showed up twice. So 25x squared plus 20x plus 4. Again, guys, if you're not seeing the pattern, then don't worry about the pattern and just multiply them together, combine like terms, and you get the answer, right? So on these last ones, if you're starting to see the pattern, x plus 7 squared ends up being x squared. The first one gets squared. And then when you multiply these two together, that would be 7x, but that shows up twice. So that would be 14x, because there's two of those. And then the 7 just gets squared, which is 49. It's not a pattern I expect everybody to see and be able to use, and I really don't want you to memorize it, because there's the chance that you'll use the pattern wrong, right? But if you write it out every time, then you don't make the mistakes of getting the pattern wrong. But for those that are starting to see the pattern, this next one, 7x minus 3 squared, the 7x gets squared, so that's going to be 49x squared. Then these two are going to get multiplied together. That's negative 21x. That shows up twice, so that's negative 42x's, because there's two of them. And then the negative 3 gets squared, which is positive 9. If you're not seeing the pattern, then you do 7x minus 3, 7x minus 3, and you multiply. 7x times 7x is 49x squared. 7x times negative 3 is negative 21x. Negative 3 times 7x is negative 21x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Those combine, and you get 49x squared minus 42x plus 9. Same answer, whether you use the shortcut or not, all right? So if you feel like you can use that shortcut correctly, try it a few times. Try using that shortcut, okay? So you've got 4 problems down here. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. If you think you can use the shortcut, give them a try. If not, do them the long way and keep looking to see if you can recognize the shortcut better, all right? I'm going to go over the answers the shortcut way, but I don't expect everyone to do it the shortcut way. So pause the video, try those, come back when you're done. Okay, number 1, the shortcut, because I'm squaring these, they're getting multiplied together, I'm going to end up with an x squared. The x times the 7 happens twice, right? So that's 14x. The 7 times the 7 happens, which is 49. Hey, these are the examples we already did. Oh, well, good practice for you, right? Let's go on to number 3 and 4 then, because we already did the other ones. Number 3, 4x squared is 16x squared. 4x times negative y is negative 4xy, but there's 2 of those, so that's negative 8xy. And negative y squared, or negative y times negative y, is positive y squared. Again, you don't have to do it the shortcut way. If you saw it, great. If not, don't worry about it. This shortcut you'll like. This one's a lot easier to see. And once you kind of get the hang of it, it makes life a little bit easier. So this is called a sum and difference binomial. So notice that I have x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. So they're exactly the same, but the sign is different. And watch what happens. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Positive 2 times x is a positive 2x, and positive 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. These two in the middle, it's not the same one twice like it was on the other shortcut, it's the same one, but one of them is positive, one of them is negative. So they're going to cancel each other out, and you just end up with x squared minus 4. Okay, let's do the next one. T plus 5 multiplied by t minus 5. T times t is t squared. T times negative 5 is negative 5t. 5 times t is 5t. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Again, the same thing shows up in the middle, but one is positive, one is negative, so they cancel out. All I'm left with is t squared minus 25. So on the next one, if you're starting to see the shortcut, the positive and the negative make those middle ones cancel, and all you're left with is x squared, and then the 3 squared, but it's a minus 3 squared. So you're going to end up with x squared minus 9. If you're not seeing the shortcut yet, that's okay. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 3 times x is positive 3x. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Those two in the middle are the same, but opposite sign, so they cancel. So I get x squared minus 9. Same answer, all right? 3x plus 9, or not 9, 3x plus y multiplied by 3x minus y. Same thing, but one is a plus, one is a minus. So if I just square the first one, 9x squared, and then I square the second one, y squared, but I need to make it a minus, I'm done. That's my shortcut. If I don't remember the shortcut, then I do it the long way. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative y is negative 3xy. 3x times positive y is positive 3xy. And y times negative y is negative y squared. That cancels, and you're left with 9x squared minus y squared. Same answer, but one's a faster way of doing it. So try these two right here. X plus 10, x minus 10, and 2x plus 1 and 2x minus 1. I don't care if you do it the shortcut or the long way, but pause the video and try both of those. Okay, shortcut. They're the same thing. This one has a plus, this one has a minus. So I'm going to use the shortcut. I'm going to square the first one, x squared, and I'm going to square the second one. 10 squared is 100, but it's going to be minus 100. If you got your answer the long way, it should be the same answer. My second one, same problem, same parentheses, except one is positive, one is negative. So 2x squared is 4x squared. The 1 squared is just 1, right? 1 times 1 is 1, but I need to put a minus in the middle. And that would be my final answer, okay? All right, so 2 shortcuts. I don't care if you use them, but if you can, use them. They'll help save you a lot of time. So on the homework, I want you to do numbers 3 through 10, all of them. Number 15 through 19, all of them. And then I want you to do number 31 and 32 and 39 and 40. 39 and 40 are good questions. They just have different numbers on the inside, so different things to try. Again, all of these problems, you do not have to use the shortcuts. You can do them the long way. Just make sure you can get the answer one way or another.